Go!
Greetings everyone. This is topic 12, the managing financial function. This involves planning, organizing, directing, and controlling a company's financial resources to achieve its goals. Next, finance function is an important management responsibility that deals with the procurement and administration of funds with the view of achieving the objectives of business. This is states by Medina R. 1998. This states that sinabi niya sinabi dito, if the engineering manager is running the firm, dapat concerned siya sa determination ng amount ng funds required. And when they are needed, they have to procure them and how to effectively and efficiently use them. That's the point of this statement. Next, the determination of fund requirements. Any organization, including engineering firm, will need funds for the following specific requirement. This number one is to finance daily operations. They have to finance the day-to-day operations like yung mga bookkeeping and payroll. Next is the finance cre- to finance the firm's credit service. They have to finance the credit arrangement and to finance the purchase of inventory. They have to finance the stocks and supplies. And lastly is to finance the purchase of major assets, which is yung mga finance expansions, yung mga assets nila. Next, the next is the source of funds, kung saan nanggagaling yung mga pera na umiikot sa company. Is number one dito is yung mga benta nila, which is yung cash sales. Cash is derived when the firm sells its product or services. Yung mga benta nga, yung sabi ko nga naman, benta nila. And next is the collection of accounts receivable. Yung mga familiar, yung ibang mga di familiar dyan is the word the AR collection. Some engineering firms extend credit to customer. Ano ba yung AR? AR is AR is a business collect business collecting payments from customers who owe money for good or service they sold on to credit. And next pala tol. Ay hindi, balik pala. Di ba pala tapos? Loans and credits. When other source of financing are not enough, the firm will have to resort to borrowing. By means manghiram sila para madadagdagan yung sales nila para madadagdag yung kita nila is enough na at hindi na nila kailangan manghiram ulit ganyan. Next, sale of assets.
So, dito naman tayo sa
Cash is
sales of
sometimes
assets.
obtained. Okay, but the house will take turn.
O, sa sales of assets, sales of assets, cash is sometimes obtained from sale of the company's assets. So, sales asset, sometimes called as an, ganun. A company owns things like equipments, vehicles, lands, or even old inventory. If the company needs cash, it might sell some of these assets to raise some money. So, for example, kailangan ng company ng cash, ng quick cash. So, kunwari may ganun sila, old delivery truck na hindi na kailangan. So, ibebenta nila yung old delivery truck na yun para magkaroon sila ng quick cash. So, dito naman tayo sa ownership contribution. When cash is not enough, the firm may tap its owners to provide more money. If a company doesn't have enough cash to keep running or invest in something new, the owner or shareholders might put more money into the business. This is often called capital injection. For example, the business isn't making enough profit yet, so the owners add more of their own money to keep things going. So parang yung ganun niya, kapag kinakapos na sila, kunwari kailangan nila ng pera. So parang sariling bulsa na. no? Para matugunan yung pangangailangan. Kunwari, kulang sila ng cash. So, parang abunuhan muna nila para lang mapaandar yung business na yun. So, dito naman tayo sa ganun. Advances from customers. Sometimes customers are required to pay cash advances on orders made. So, in some businesses, especially custom orders or services, customers pay in advance, no? Before the product is delivered or on the service is done. This gives the company cash upfront even before doing the work. So, for example nito a furniture company takes 50% 50% ng deposit bago sila mag-start ng building, bago nila gawin yung ganun, custom table. So, next slide. So, dito naman tayo sa supplies of short-term funds. So, magsimula tayo dito sa trade creditors are suppliers extending credit to a buyer. So, these are suppliers who allow a business to buy now and pay later. O, di ba? Parang bibili sila ngayon, tapos babayaran na lang nila sa susunod na araw. Parang paggamit muna. Di ba? Parang pag bibili tayo ng cellphone, di ba? Parang hulugan. Parang ganun yung ganun nito. So, for example na naman, a clothing store orders shirts from a supplier and agrees to pay for them 30 days later. During that time, the store can sell the shirts and use the money to pay the supplier. So, for commercial banks, our institute firms may tap as source of financing. So, banks provide short-term loans, lines of credit, and overdraft to businesses. This is formal way of borrowing, often with interest. So, for example, ito, a bakery gets a short-term loan from a bank to buy ingredients and pay it back in 3 months. So, dito naman tayo sa factors. Factors are those who buy the accounts receivables. Factors are companies that buys a business's accounts receivable. Money customers owe. The business gets cash immediately and the factor collects the debt later. So, for example, ito, a company is owed $50,000 by its customers. A factor buys receivables for $45,000 and collects the full amount from the customers later. So, dito naman tayo sa commercial paper houses. Commercial paper houses are those that helps firm to borrow money from the market. So, for example, ito, a big company needs $1 million for a few months. Instead of bank loan, it issues commercial paper through a commercial paper house. So, dito naman tayo sa finance companies. Finance companies are those who finance inventory and equipment. These companies offer loans for buying equipment or inventory. They're not banks, but they specialize in lending to businesses, specialize when banks won't. Example, a construction firm uses finance company to borrow money for new machinery. So, dito naman tayo sa insurance companies. So, insurance companies are possible sources of short-term funds. So, for example, a large business borrows short-term funds and insurance company to cover seasonal expenses. So, next slide. So, dito naman tayo sa supplies of long-term sources. So, long-term debts. So, gusto tayo sa A. Term loan from the banks. Banks provide loans that our businesses repays over a set of time, like 5, 10, or even 20 years. For example, a manufacturing company gets a 10-year bank loan to build a new factory. So, sabi naman, bonds load from a corporation. Bonds or corporate loans are a company can also issue bonds to raise money. So, parang yung na-lesson natin sa econ, di ba? Yung mga bonds, ganyan. So, yung sa example ng bonds is yung a company issues 1 million worth of 10-year bonds at an interest of 5% to fund a new product lines. So, dito naman tayo sa common stocks. Common stocks common stocks are where many investors are placing their money. So, parang sa mga nakikita natin sa mga YouTube, di ba, yung parang nag-i-stocks, parang nag-i-invest sila sa stocks kasi mabilis yung pera talaga dun. Pero high risk, high return din to. So to elaborate, Common stocks is this is when a company sells shares to investors. For example, a startup offers a startup offers common stock to public to raise funds for expansion. Investors buy the stock and the company uses the money for growth. So dito naman tayo sa last. Retained earnings. Retained earnings refers to corporate earnings not paid out as individuals. So to elaborate, this money is the company has earned over time but has decided not to distribute to shareholders. For example, a tech company uses profit from previous years to fund research for a new app. So next presenter please.
Dito naman flexibility. Flexibility ang kailangan ng isang company para mas mabilis yung adoption nito pagdating sa mga changing ng ibang circumstances. Next is yung risk. The firm must assess its ability to manage different risks pagdating sa mga volatile markets or industries. Next naman is yung income. Dito naman, nirefer niya how financing affects the company's earnings and vulnerability. Ibig sabihin, kung yung financing option mo ba is mag-i-improve or mas bababa yung profit ng company mo. Next naman is yung control. Dito sa control is ina-assess niya ang isang company or yung firm na kung paano i-control ang budget or paano makontrol yung source of financing ng isang kumpanya. Next is yung timing. Sa timing naman, pagdating sa financing nito is very critical talaga. Kasi, for example, pagdating sa mga capital ng company, need na ba talaga kailangan na ba talaga kagad? Or may set of date na kailangan yung capital? Tapos meron ding other factors kagaya ng collateral values, flotation costs, and speed. Pagdating naman sa the firm's financial health, una, to make profit for the owners. Siyempre, kailangan mag-benefit din yung mga owners, di ba? Next is to satisfy creditors with repayment of loans plus interest. Next is to maintain viability of the firm. Pagdating naman sa indicators of financial health, una dito is yung balance sheet or also called as financial position. Dito sa balance sheet na to, pinapakita kung isang company ay may pag-aari or mga utang sa isang taon. Nakakatulong ito upang mas ma-assess nito ang kakayahan ng isang company kung makakabayad ba ito ng utang or magkakaroon ito ng sapat na pera para sa mga pang-araw-araw na gastusin or tinatawag nating liquidity. Next naman ang income statement or also called as statement of operations. Dito naman pinapakita ng isang company ang kita, gastusin at tubo or lugi nito sa isang takdang panahon or sa isang taon. Pinapakita nito kung gaano ka-profitable ang kumpanya at kung gaano kahusay mag-operate ito. Next naman is yung statement of change in financial position. Dito naman, pinapakita kung paano pumapasok at tumalabas ang pera sa isang kumpanya. Sinusukat ito kung gaano kahusay ang pagmamahala ng pera at kakayahang financial ng kumpanya sa pag-angkop sa iba't ibang circumstances. Next. Pagdating naman sa risk, refers to the uncertainty concerning loss or injury. Pagdating sa mga fire, thief, floods, accidents, non-payment of bills by customers or disabilities and death. And last is damage claim from other parties. Itong mga risk na to is ito yung mga different circumstances na nangyayari sa isang kumpanya. Kaya sa sinabi ko kanina, yung isa sa mga source of financing is yung flexibility. Kaya kailangan natin ng flexibility para mas mapabilis yung pag-adapt natin, para mas mapamanage natin ng maayos ang iba't ibang circumstances or risks na kagaya nito. Next presenter.
Types of risk. So, may dalawang uri ng risk. Yung una is yung pure risk. So, pure risk is characterized by events that are beyond an individual's control and can only result in a financial or physical loss. So, examples, natural disasters, death, property damage, theft, personal injury, or illness, at liability risk. Pangalawang type ng risk is yung speculative risk. Speculative risk. Unlike pure risk, which only involves the potential for loss, speculative risk is often associated with investments, innovations, or strategic decisions. It could arise from adopting new technologies, developing novel products, or entering untested markets. So, ang examples dito ay yung investing in the stock market, starting a new business, gambling, real estate speculation, commodities trading, foreign exchange, forex trading. Next slide. Risk management. So, elaborating risk management. Risk management refers to the systematic management of identifying and analyzing, evaluating and mitigating potential risks na makaka-impact sa engineering projects, sa processes, at sa system. So, next slide. Methods of dealing with risk. These are various methods of dealing with risk. They are as follows. Una, the risk may be avoided. Yes, the risks may be avoided. This means choosing not to pursue certain projects that carries high risk, such as deciding not to use untested materials or technologies para para ma-prevent ang any potential failures. Pangalawa, the risk may be retained. Sa engineering, retaining a risk means accepting a known risk and its potential consequences because mitigating it may be impractical, too costly, or unnecessary. So this often happens when the risk is minor or the probability of occurrence is low. Third, the hazard may be reduced. Reducing hazard involves taking measures to minimize the likelihood of the hazard occurring or lessening its potential impact sa pamamagitan ng pag-implement ng safety protocols, pag-improve ng designs, paggamit ng magagandang materials, or introducing preventive measures. Pang-apat is the losses may be reduced. Reducing losses means implementing measures to minimize the impact or severity of a risk if it occurs. This typically involves preparation, response, planning, or damage control strategies to limit the consequences. Last is yung the risk may be shifted. Shifting a risk means transferring the responsibility for managing a risk to another party. So, for example, under shifting a risk, the company purchase liability insurance. And kung may accident na nangyari, yung insurance company assumes the financial responsibility for covering damage, transferring the financial burden from the company to the insurer. So next is yung summary. So summary, financing the engineering firm is a very important management activity. There is need to assure everyone concerned that funds are available when they are needed. The first the first area of concern is the determination of fund requirements. If the amount needed is already known, the next step is to determine the appropriate source of financing. The various fund sources have their own individual strengths and limitations. Plus, it is wise to find out through analysis which will benefit the engineering firm most. When the internal sources of funds are not enough to finance operations, external sources may be tapped in the determination of the best source of financing.